All right, let's shake it out. Whew. Get some wiggles and jiggles out, and then find mountain pose on your mat. So mountain pose starts at the feet. We've got the feet grounded. We've got all four corners of the feet in good contact with the earth. Take a moment to notice if you feel yourself more in one side of the foot than the other, and then take a moment to balance that out. Lift all your toes, spread them out, and bring them down. So now we have a beautiful, firm base of support for our practice here. Inhale and exhale. We're going to line the hips up over the ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, and open the heart by turning the palms forward. Now we let our breath settle, smoothing out. So starting with a balanced breath, and let's talk about how to let go using the breath. So the best way to do that is to have longer exhales than inhales. Okay, so we're going to work toward that now. And sometimes, although we always want to breathe in through the nose, it's important because there's filtering properties when you breathe in through your nose. But sometimes we just want to take a nice big inhale. Let's do that. And then just let it go out through the mouth, big sigh. And that's a good way to let go. Okay, so that's two good ways to release. But let's go with the longer exhale than inhale now. So exhale, take your belly button to your spine. And we're going to slowly inhale through the nose for 4, 3. Remember, we want the breath to go to the diaphragm here. 2, 1. And then we'll start with an exhale of 4, 3, 2, 1. And make sure that breath is going all the way into the diaphragm, not stopping at the chest. Okay? Take a breath. Now we're going to inhale for 4 and exhale for 6. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go for 7 now. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, take a breath here. If you were successful with 7, great. We're going to try 8. If you prefer to go back to 6, then go back to 6. Let's go. Exhale, inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Push it out. 3. Push. 2, 1. Let it go. Take a nice deep breath in. And let's go that exhale through the mouth. Shake it out. All right. So just remember that counting breath is great, even if you're having trouble relaxing sometimes at night, like sleeping. Do that, the count breath, 4 in, 6, 7, or 8 out repeatedly till you fall asleep. All right. So let's go ahead and inhale. Nice deep breath up, fingertips up toward the sky. Press your palms together and exhale your hands to your heart. This is another great breath to do. Let's do it again. Inhale. It opens up the shoulders. It really moves the breath through the body and brings energy to your heart center. Now let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's shake it out. So remember our spinal series, you're going to want to carry that off your mat, right? And especially while we have this next few weeks of break. Of course, you've got videos always available to you, but we're going to move the spine in its 6 different directions. Very important to do this every day. Take your feet slightly wider than hip width distance and just go ahead and bend those knees and hips a little bit. Make sure everything's loose here. And we're going to move into a version of cats and cows. There's many different things you can do with your arms. This one is particularly expansive. So let's take the arms wide here. Inhale, and as you exhale with soft knees and hips, round forward, let your fingertips touch. Exhale. Now as you inhale, open your heart up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands forward. Inhale, open up. Exhale, forward. This is the cat. Open into your cow. And just do that 2 more times, really feeling the energy that this brings, the shoulders opening, the spine moving. And the next time you're forward with your fingertips touching, bring your palms to touch, bring your hands to your heart, and straighten up and release. Okay, of course we know we can do that easily in a chair, right? So let's go ahead and do some tilting. This is also something that can easily be done in a chair. We're going to take the feet, let's go wider than mat width distance. So you can either turn your mat around or just turn yourself around, turn your toes out, and let's warm up those inner legs just a little bit. All right. Now take your right arm up, inhale, bring your right elbow towards your right knee, reach up and tilt over to the left. Come back, elbow toward the leg here, up and over to the left. And we're just working the right side here, down and over, down and over, down and over. Yes, down, over and hold now. Okay, grounding through the right foot especially because we want to keep that length in the right side. Release a little bit and come deeper. Release and come deeper. Release and come deeper. Now float your left arm up. There's your core starting to work. Make sure your shoulders are stacked. We're not leaning forward. Good. And bring it up. All right, arms down. We're going to do the other side now. Left arm up. We bend the knees and the elbow and over. Bend the knees and elbow and tilt to the right. Bend knees and elbow, tilt to the right. Bend and tilt. So you can see how you could do this tilting in a chair. Your legs won't be doing this, but your elbow can certainly come down to the side. Bend and tilt. Bend. Now take it over to the right and hold. Make sure that left foot is still grounded so you're getting energy and lots of length in your left side body. Your shoulders are stacked here. And release and come a little more to the right. Release and to the right. Yeah, release and to the right and hold. Float your right arm up. Now use your core to pull you up. 2 arms. Inhale. Exhale your hands down by your side. Heel toe your feet. Give your legs a little shaking here. Inhale and exhale. All right. So now we want to move the body side to side, okay? We're going to take those feet back to a wider position, okay? So mat width or slightly wider. And we're going to let the lower body move with us here as we take the left hand to the right, right hand to the left hand to the right, right hand to the left. We're reaching just like we would in life. Okay, and it's so important to train the spine to be able to move like this. side to side. Now start reaching a little more toward the earth. So if you just want to keep your head above your heart and reach, you can do that. If you want to start reaching farther down, you can do that. Start to come back up. And now we're going to reach up and up, up and up. And start to come back to center. All right, now draw your left arm in front and your right arm back. Turn your right toes to the right and your left foot in at an angle. Put a little bend in your right knee and bow over your right leg. Now we're starting to involve the hamstring here. You probably feel it. Take it back, sweep the arms around, left toes to the left, right foot is at an angle, your right arm is in front, little bend in the left knee, and bow to the left. And then come on up, heel toe those feet together, and shake things out. All right, take a moment to just come back to mountain pose, breathe, and see how things are going for you right now. Can you feel some energy moving through your body? All right, we're going to work our way down. Now we do have a down dog here coming up, okay? So let's go ahead and come to the top of the mat. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, swan dive. As always, you can swan dive with your head elevated, head midway, or you can swan dive lower. Bend your knees and hips, put your hands on your thighs, and shine your heart forward for a half lift. Now bring your fingertips down and walk your feet back to downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other. So we're working the feet here, liberating the toes, giving the feet a nice little massage. Press one heel down and hold to get the back of the leg extending. Press the other heel down and hold. Now press both heels down and hold. Okay, we're going to be coming to seated, so you can bring your knees down and immediately sit off to the side, or you can leave your knees hovering and try sitting off to the side. Okay. Now find seated mountain pose. Okay. Again, obvious that this could be done in a chair. We're sitting with the spine nice and straight. On the mat, we flex the feet. Okay. And we inhale and exhale here. Lengthening through the spine, palms out by your side. Inhale, nice big breath. Reach up, extend through that side body. We just got done opening it up. Reach as high as you can. Fingertips touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. And shake it out. So are you going to choose to do the next stuff in the chair rather than on the mat? I see you on the chair. Do you want to come down to the mat? We're going to do for our core. You could also do it in a chair. For our core, we're going to be doing dead bug. Okay? All right, so here we go. If I see you staying, yep, come on down. There you go. So dead bug, the feet are hip-width distance apart on the mat. Hands are down by your side. Okay? All right, believe it or not, we've done this before, so it'll probably feel familiar to you. Take your right knee up, and we're going to, remember, this is for the core, right? We're going to extend the right leg and bring the left arm back, and bring the right knee back to tabletop. Let's do that again. Extend the right leg. Now notice If your heel is hovering, your core is actively engaged, start to raise that leg a little bit and see what happens in your core. By the time you get to vertical, your core is like, okay, I'm resting. So we want to find a spot we can go to that's between vertical and almost touching the mat, okay? And use that as our dead bug extension position. Bring the right foot in. Okay, let's do that with the left knee up, and we extend the left leg, right arm back, knee and arm in. Extend the left leg again, right arm back. Notice where you are. Start to draw that left leg up. Notice how the higher the leg gets, the less work the core has to do here until you're vertical and you're just resting pretty much. Start to draw that leg down again and go as low as you can without making your back complain or arch severely. And that's your dead bug position on the left. Bring it in. All right, so we're going to go back to the right knee to tabletop. We'll do 4 times. Extend right leg, left arm. Bring it in. Remember, you're going to your core challenge position. Extend right leg, left arm. Bring it in. Extend right leg, left arm. Bring it in and extend right leg, left arm. And bring it in. Right foot down. Left leg, tabletop. Extend left leg, right arm. Bring it in. Left leg, right arm. Bring it in. Left leg, right arm. Bring it in and left leg, good, right arm, and bring it in. All right, go ahead and gently butterfly those knees, open and close. Raise one leg if you're starting to feel your core at all. Well, yes, okay, good. So now we're going to add on, right? We're going to add some more work to the core. We'll take 2 knees up and try it this way. So both knees are in tabletop. Now, if this starts to not work for you, then you're going to bring your left foot down, okay? So let's extend right leg, left arm, and bring it in. You probably feel more work, okay? Now try left leg, right arm, and bring it in. Okay, we're going to go for, raise a leg if you're okay with 2 knees up. Great. Then we're just going to alternate like a real dead bug. Here we go. 2 knees up, right leg, left arm, and in, left leg, right arm, and in. So you feel how this is starting to flow? Right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm, right leg, left arm. We're just flowing through left leg, right arm. Right leg, left arm. We're almost done. Left leg, right arm. And bring it in. Hug your knees in and rock side to side. Inhale and exhale. Bring your feet down and let your knees gently open and close. All right, we could go on with dead bug for days, but I want to move on to some hip opening, and we will do some oblique work later on in our practice. Okay? All right, so dead bug is a great thing to remember. And you know you can do it seated, right? Lift one leg, lift one arm. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and move on to some hip opening with a crowd favorite water wheel. All right, okay, so let's plant that left foot firmly on the mat here. And draw the right knee in, point the toes up, flex the foot, bring the leg down. Knee in, point up, flex down. We're moving the hip in a beautiful circle here. This is a little tricky to do seated, so if you were using a chair, probably just standing up and having one hand on the chair for balance would be the best way to do this. All right, next time your right knee is in, hold it in, Flex your right foot. We'll reverse that water wheel. Flex out, point up, knee in. So the sequence that we're starting right now takes the hip in many, many different ranges of motion, which is what we need. Flex out, point up, knee in. And the next time your right knee is in, hold it in. Take hold of your right thigh. Okay, you're holding onto your right thigh. Now your left leg is going to stay nice and steady here. Your left foot is firmly planted. Take your left arm out from your shoulder and let your right leg open out to the right and back to center. That left hip should still be on the mat. The left shoulder is still on the mat. We're taking the right leg out to the right and back to center. Good, and now we're keeping the right leg at center. Take your left hand outside of your right leg and extend your right arm. Now extend your left leg. It may go pretty straight. It may stay pretty bent, anywhere in between. And take your right knee just past your belly button. We're getting a stretch in that outer thigh here, okay? And take your gaze, that's also known as the IT band, take your gaze towards your right fingertips. Now let your right hip start to come up as you take that right leg farther over to the left. Your right shoulder is still grounded. We're getting a nice stretch in the outer right leg, and we're getting a nice stretch in the front of the right shoulder as well. Come back to center, taking your ankle, right ankle, across your left thigh. Draw your legs in towards you and move your legs side to side. More range of motion for that hip. Forward and back. And circle one direction and the other. That's a nice massage for the spine too. You probably felt that. Come back to center and take your left leg straight up and point and flex that left foot. So we're getting some nice mobility in the ankle here. Circle the ankle one direction and the other, and then release, unwind, put 2 feet back on the mat and gently butterfly your knees. That's just a nice releasing interim move as we move from the right side to the left, hands down by your side. There's energy in your right leg. It's staying nice and steady. Left knee in, point up, flex down. Knee in, point up, flex down. Keep going up and down. As you do this, you're really like busting up plaque, things that are like gumming up your hips. So you're increasing your mobility a lot. Go ahead and the next time that left knee is in, hold it in, flex your left foot, flex out, point up, knee in, out and up and in. And the next time your left knee is in, hold it in. Hold on to your left hamstring here. Your hand is under your knee. That right leg is firm. The right foot's grounded. Right arm out to the side. And let that left leg come out to the left and back to center. The right hip is not moving. We're just moving the left leg out to the left and back to center. Now come back to center and hold. Take your right hand outside your left thigh. Extend your left arm out from the shoulder. Let that right leg extend any amount and let that left knee come just past the belly button. Look towards your left fingertips. Okay, I'm going to keep looking at you, but you're looking towards your left fingertips. Now let that left hip lift. Take your left knee farther over to the right. The left shoulder is still grounded and you're still looking towards your left fingertips. And as you come back through center, flex your left foot. Take your left ankle across your right thigh. Draw those legs in towards you. Put your hands on your left shin and take the legs side to side. So we move the spine in a bunch of different directions. We're moving the hips in a bunch of different directions, getting all those joints nice and loose and lubricated. Go forward and back. We worked on the shoulders too, right? All right, now go in a circle. Notice that nice massage for the spine. Circle the other direction. And then come back to center. Take your right leg up. Okay, here's more. Ankle mobility, point and flex. Circle one direction and the other. And release, unwind, put 2 feet to the mat and gently butterfly those knees. All right, so we're going to be coming up to standing now. So go ahead and turn over to a side and start to work your way maybe to down dog. Let's go to down dog in between. If you're using a chair or prefer to use a chair, you can use the chair, stand up, take down dog here, or you can take down dog here. So in down dog, we really think about lengthening the spine. We can feel the backs of the legs releasing. And then we're going to walk the feet to the hands. Bending at the knees and hips, bring hands to thighs. Shine your heart forward. And roll your hands down your legs into forward fold, remembering that your forward fold stops where you say it stops. Here, anywhere in between. Then exhale, and on your next inhale, float the arms out and up, nice and big, palms touch, and hands come heart center. And shake things out. All right, we've done a lot with balance over the past weeks, so we're going to move into working on our sun and moon balance. If you like to have a chair nearby, just have your chair nearby. Okay. We'll start to the left of the chair with the right hand on the chair. For balance, or your hands could be on your hips. For balance, we want the feet hip width distance apart. Going back to that grounding that we talked about very early in class, feel all 4 corners of your feet in good contact with the earth, right? One side is not heavier than the other. Lift your toes, spread them out, and bring them back down. Okay? We find a steady gaze, something to look at that is not moving. Take your right heel up. Okay? Yeah. Let's try this. Yeah, just with the hands on the hips. The chair is always there for you, but we'll try with the hands on the hips as long as possible. Now, start to float that right leg up. And release. All right. So sometimes that feels a little unsteady, and that's okay too. Okay, with the hands on the hip, we'll try the left side. Left heel. Now float that left knee up. Remember, the chair is always there for you if you start to feel unsteady. Or even better, you can just bring your foot down and back up. And release. Inhale and exhale. All right, so now we're going to start moving into our sun and moon balance. Hands to hips, right heel. right knee. The chair is there for you anytime, but go as far as you can without it. Left arm up. Steady gaze. We're in sun and moon. Yes, and release. Nice. All right. So let's do that again. Okay. If you're more familiar with sun and moon and you just want to float right knee, left arm, just go for it. Otherwise, we're taking the right knee up, getting steady, left arm up, point the right fingertips toward the earth. Yes, and release. Perfect. Shake it out. Let's move to the other side of the chair, just in case. All right. So hands to hips as long as possible. Steady gaze, grounded through the feet. Left heel up. Left knee starts to float up any amount. Add your right arm if that's happening for you. Left fingertips down. Yeah. And release. All right, let's do that again. You can either just take your left knee and your right arm up at the same time, or go left knee, right arm, right fingertips point down. So you're feeling that energy of a long, long right side. And release, shake it out. All right, take your chair, put your hands on the back of the chair, walk back and get a nice lengthening of your spine here. Wiggle your hips. We're going to do a little twist from here. So take your feet pretty wide, at least 3 feet wide. Now take your right hand outside of your left leg and float your right hand down your leg as you look under your left arm. And up, and take your left hand outside your right leg, float your left hand down your right leg and look under your left arm. And bring both hands back to the back of the chair here. Stretch. All right, heel toe your feet together. Start to walk toward your chair and come on up. Inhale and exhale. How are you guys doing? We're good? All right, so let's do Warrior Two. Very significant pose in our practice, and we'll move around in it. So you don't need a chair for Warrior Two. What you need is space to take your legs wide. Now we're going to turn the right toes to the right, and we're actually going to do Warrior to reverse Warrior, so that's going to move the spine a lot. Your right toes are facing to the right, your left toes are in at an angle. Now bend your right knee so that it's right over your right ankle. Ground through your left foot, especially the outer edge of the left foot will help you stay nice and grounded. Hips over thighs, that's what they're called. Arms out. We want the arms directly in line with the shoulders. Yes, your arms look great. Everybody's arms look great. Take your gaze past your right fingertips. So this is Warrior Two, balancing here, inhaling and exhaling. Now we're going to move this. So straighten your right leg and bring your hands to your heart. Now open back up into Warrior Two. Straighten your right leg, bring your hands to your heart, look forward, and open back up. Now we're going to take this to a reverse Warrior. Your left arm comes down, your right palm stays face up. Try and keep your lower body exactly where it is as you reach up and back into a reverse Warrior. And if your balance allows, look toward your right fingertips. If not, just look toward the center of your room. And come on back, warrior two. And let's do that again, reverse. And come back to warrior two. Now bring your hands to your heart, turn all 10 toes forward. We're going to come into a forward fold. So we keep the hips over the ankles, start folding forward. And again, as always, you decide how deep are you going. If you're high, a little high up, you'll bring your hands to your thighs. If your hands come to the mat, you'll put your hands on the mat. Bend one knee, move to the side and the other. Okay, so basically we're just loosening things up side to side here, whether the hands are on the thighs or the mat. Then come to center and rest here for a moment. Bring your hands to your hips, come halfway up, take a breath. Press through the feet, come the rest of the way up. Inhale and exhale. Let's heel toe those feet together and shake the legs out before we go to the left for the same sequence. We good to go? Legs wide. Left toes to the left, right toes in at an angle. We want to really ground through that back leg. Bend your left knee. It's directly over your ankle. It's also going straight through the center of your foot. Shoulders are over hips. Arms are out in line with the shoulders. And you gaze past your left fingertips. Calmly breathing. Feeling the strength of warrior two here. And now let's start to move it. Straighten your leg, bring your hands and gaze to center. Open back up. Straighten your leg, bring your hands and gaze to center. And open back up. Now we're going to reverse. Left palm up, right hand gently on the right leg. Reach up and back. And come back to warrior two. Reach up and back. And come back to warrior two. And reach up and back. And come back to warrior two. Put your hands on your hips and go ahead into any kind of fold, any kind of moving around that feels good to you. Now you might say, why should I do warrior two? What are the benefits? Well, it strengthens your legs. It helps with your balance. It also grounds you. So if at some, sometimes you feel like, oh, my attention's all over the place, I can't focus. Warrior two helps you to focus. And the movements that we did also continue to use the spine, right? Move the spine in a variety of directions. So those are all good reasons to practice warrior two. Now, from your forward fold, start to slowly, slowly, slowly work your way up. And roll your shoulders back. Inhale and exhale. So it occurs to me that I said we were going to do some standing obliques, and I know nobody wants to miss that. So we're going to throw some of that in right now. Okay, so take your feet mat width distance apart. A little wider is fine, but at least mat width. Toes turned out. Bend those knees over the toes. Now we're going to take the hands to the heart with the palms facing down. Bend the knees and twist to the right and back. Now twist to the right, extend the arms, bring the hands back to center and come back. Straighten your legs, bend the knees, twist left and center. Twist left, extend the arms and center and up. Okay, now we're going to combine bending the knees with twisting to the right. Bend the knees, twist right and center. Bend the knees, long arms to the right. And center. Bend the knees, twist left, elbows. Center, long arms left. And center. Let's go right. Elbows center, long arms to the right, center. Elbows left. Center, long arms left, center. To the right, elbows center, long arms. Center to the left, elbows center, long arms. Center, here's our big finish. To the right, stay here. From here, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend. Last time, extend, bend, center, straighten those legs to the left. Stay here. Extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, center, reach up, and exhale. All right. Who's glad we did that? Yes, I know you are. Yeah. So now we have like this nice little waistline, right? We just whittled our waistline. So we're going to be heading down. Okay. So if your space has cooled off and you're going to be laying down on your mat, you might want to grab something to cover up, or you might just want to come to the top of your mat. You can do our last things in a chair as well, and your final relaxation in the chair, or come down. Okay, so here we go. We're at the top of the mat. We're going to take a moment to feel the breath, feel energy moving through. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Take a final half lift. Bring your fingertips down and step back to a final downward facing dog. Wiggle those hips around. Come on down and have a seat. Take a moment in seated mountain pose. Good. Everybody's on the mat. Great. Inhale, float the arms up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. And release. All right, so we're going to come to our backs now. Hands by your side. Let's inhale, stretch the arms and legs long, and exhale, draw both knees in. If you were in a chair, you would do one knee and then the other. Draw in here. Inhale and exhale. All right, now let's take this to happy baby. Feet are flexed, holding onto your feet. Okay, and we're going to rock side to side. Give that spine a nice little massage. Yeah, you can hold on to your feet. You can hold on to your thighs. And we come back to center. Bring the feet down. Gently butterfly the knees. Extend the arms out from the shoulders. Extend through the fingers and wiggle. Extend and wiggle. Extend and wiggle. Now rotate those wrists one direction and the other. And arms still long out from your side. Take your head side to side. Just looking to see if there's anything in the neck that needs to release. And coming back to center here, bring your hands down by your side. Scan your body from head to toe. See if any part of it feels like moving in a certain way or realigning, because we want to come into our final relaxation, the most important thing that we do in our practice, final relaxation, giving the body a chance to absorb the benefits of all the work you just did. So making sure you're super comfortable, inhale through the nose and take a nice long exhale. Letting your body just relax onto the earth, letting go of all effort. Closing the eyes if that works, at least letting the lids be very heavy. And just let go of all effort, move into final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, reach long. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And heading back up to a nice, easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.